Hello Blood Bowl fans, hello ICBBL, and hello groupies that I just can't seem to get rid of. Welcome to the Steel Rundown Week 2 of the ICBBL Season 6. We're going to have a look at the 4 divisions in the basic form, see how the games went. We're going to have a basic rundown of how the games ended. If any coach has given me notes about any of the games, I will be including them in the rundown as well. For next week, guys, please, can you keep doing what you've been doing? I did have a go at the highlight thing. Don't like it. Not doing it anymore. It takes way too much work. However, if you can tell me what went well in the match, what went badly in the match, and most importantly, who leveled up, that's all I really need to know, so I don't have to keep guessing. Was the game any good? Yes or no? Was it just a grind? Did you have some flying, leaping, bull catching, I don't know, a zombie that died in the middle of the pitch? Whatever. Let me know, just so I have something to talk about when I'm doing this. Anyway, let's start off with Steel League Season 6, Division A. I don't know why, but I did this into recordings. So, when we're having a look at this then. So, we've got the first 3 games. Nurgle Babies fought off against Rotten Fang Runners. Nurgle Babies are led by Mint, who is now one of our mentor coaches. Or tutor coaches, I forget the word that we chose in the end. Against the Rotten Fang Runners, who are led by, I'm going to keep forgetting who you are, I'm very sorry. Of course it was Hoy. Or Gottfried Gunnarsson. So, Hoy against the Nurgle Babies, and Nurgle Babies managed to win 2-0. Judgment of the Worthy from Varkson were against Dead and Loving It Urban Zorro, and they had a draw. Urban Zorro is good at getting these draws, that's for certain. And Uncancelled Scalebound. Yep, don't remember, I'm sorry. Dranrab, yes, Dranrab. Sorry, we don't talk very much, it's difficult to remember. Whoops, wrong one. So, Dranrab faced off against the High Elf team. I also don't remember who's coaching them. Oh, this is bad. Bad start. Nuffle 70 or Nuffle 70. So, the Blizzard Men managed to beat the High Elves 2-1 as well. So, let's have a look at the actual games. Let's start with game number 1. We're having a look then at Division A Game 2. So, neither coach has told me anything about this game, so I only have the details in front of me to go off. Yeah, coach, if you don't tell me anything about the game, I'm not going to scroll through your game, have a look at your replay, and try and find some highlights. It takes me a good 25 minutes without having to find things myself, so if you don't tell me what to look for, then I'm not going to look. Simple as that. So, we had Mince, or aka Pixie Dust, aka Lilica, I think, and his Nurgle team, Nurgle Babies, against Gottfried Gunnarsson, aka Hui, 83 Death Metal, and his Rotten Fang Runners, Necromantic against Nurgle. The Nurgle team did win, which is a bit of a shock actually. I'm a bit surprised about that, but well done, Mint. Well played, apparently. I say well played, I have no idea. And we have 2 touchdowns, 7 armor breaks, and the MVP on Rotter Jack the Spoiled. And for the Nurgles, not for the Nurgle, for the Necromantic we have 5 armor breaks, and the level up on Frank Castle with his MVP as well. SPP was pretty one-sided this match, so we've got 15 against 7, and it looks like there may have been a couple of level ups there. Having a look at the teams themselves, starting with the winning team. So, of course, that one piece that did level up with the MVP, where is he? Jack, there he is. Managed to get block. We've got 3 lots of block now, so I think at least 2 of these have leveled up from this game. Maybe all 3 of them, to be honest. I think all 3 of them, actually. I don't remember this team having any levels before. So we have 3 lots of block on this team now. Going for a pretty standard build. And on the Rotten Fang Runners, and on no team so far as well, nothing has died, which is nice, and no injuries or anything. So the Flash Golem got block as well. And then there's no more levels, so we've just got that one in Hoy's team. Alright, that's it for the second game. That one was nice and short without the highlights. Alright then, having a look at the second, I said the last game was the second, but having a look at the second game in Steel Division A, we've got Varkson's Judgment of the Werevy Khemri versus Urban Zorro's Dead and Loving It Zombies. I would have liked to see this game actually. I missed that this was a lineup, but there we go. So we have 1 touchdown from the Khemri, 7 armor breaks, and a level up on Tomb Guardian from the MVP. And Dead and Loving It, we got 1 touchdown, 12 armor breaks, 1 expulsion, and MVP on the loner lineman. Let's see if Urban Zorro actually kept him. Rigger the Dead is his name. With the SPP then we got 12 against 12. 12 and 12. Okay. Having a look at the teams themselves. Sorry, wrong page. So, the Dead and Loving It. We've got a block on the werewolf that I don't think was there before. And he did buy the zombie. The zombie is here, so there we go. I don't think anything else is new here. We've got 2 on the flesh golem that I don't think was there before. No, it was there before, because these 2 got the 5 and 5. I think it was 5, 5, 3. I might be wrong though. But there we go, so block on the werewolf. That's good news for Zorro. And looking at Judgment of the Worthy, from Varkson. He may have bought another skeleton, I'm not entirely sure. I think he had 12 already though, I may be wrong. And we've got Kickoff Return, which I'm pretty sure wasn't on this High Priest before. In fact, I'm positive it wasn't. So we've got Kickoff Return and Block. These 2 have been given to this team. There we go then. That's it for this game. Alright then, and let's have a look at the 3rd game. So we've got Uncancelled Scalebound against the Skin Diseases, and they won 2-1. So the Lizards had 2 touchdowns, 11 armor breaks, and Saurus got MVP, giving them 1 away from leveling up. And the High Elves, the Loner, this name, let's have a look for this name in a minute, let's see if he was bought, got the MVP. 1 touchdown, 3 passes, 2 armor breaks, and unfortunately a death. There's a good chance he was bought then. So, let's have a look at the SPP in total. 5, 11, 5, 11. Okay, so... Right, gotta try and remember the names because I'm getting pretty bad at this, and I also haven't been told about this team. So, ooh, we have Sure Feet. Not Sure Feet. What is this? This is Sprint. No, it's Diving Catch. Diving Catch, okay. Diving Catch. Which, I don't think we had in this team before, so Little Bolt has maybe leveled up. Is that possible? That is possible. All 11 players are fine. We have a lot of skinks in this team. No, we don't. They're just in a weird order. I see. So 6 scorers. Yeah, it's normal setup. Normal setup. Well, they managed to win 2-1 anyway. Good for them. The Apothecary was already there, I think, though I'm not 100% sure. And they've got 100,000 to spend, so we can maybe do something with this team. We'll see next week. And they were against the Skin Diseases, the High Elves. Oh, there's only 9 of them. Oh no. No. Lineman was not bought. No, Lineman was not bought. I guess that he couldn't afford him. Still no Apothecary in this team. And we're down to 9 players, meaning 2 loners each match at the moment. And the only level up is this one Dodge, which I think is new, actually. I'm sure is new. Yes, that is new this week. So the thrower has, of course, his normal skills, and he's also been given Dodge. Fair enough. Let's hope that the Skin Diseases can turn this around by week 3. And then, if we have a look at the leaderboard, I did this in a different order. I'm going to keep doing this in a different order, I think, because I keep doing the recording on different days, so I apologize for that. Right, we have Lizardmen, Nurgle, and Kemri all at the top. Dranrab, Mint, Pixie Dust, Varkson, 1 win, 1 draw, peace. And then we have Necromantic with 2 draws. Urban Zorro is drawing everywhere. He's had 4 games and 4 draws. Spoiler for the next breakdown, sorry, but he has had 4 draws in the 2 seasons. Godric Gunnison is 1 draw, 1 loss. He's not doing quite as well as his Necromantic buddies. And the High Elves are unfortunately 2 losses down, so hopefully he can turn it round, though he is in a very tough field. Not fun for High Elves. And the games next week then, let's have a look. We've got the Nurgle babies from Mint against Dead and Loving It from Urban Zorro. So 2 of our tutors slash mentors face off against each other in Steel. And Rotten Fang Runners, this is I will remember, this is Hoy against Skin Diseases and Nuffle 73. High Elves versus Necromantic, both at the bottom. This is quite an important match for them. And Nurgle Babies is near the top, Dead and Loving It is 2 draws, so Dead and Loving It want to win. And Judgment of the Worthy versus Judgment of the Worthy, the Camry team from Varkson versus Uncancelled Scalebound. Dranrab and his Lizards, they're going to face off, and these two are at the top, so it's going to be an important week, I think, this week 3 for Division A. In terms of predictions, I don't know enough about Minster to make a prediction, but I do know enough about Urban Zorro, so let's say a draw, because he keeps getting draws. Let's have a season of draws, that could be funny, Urban Zorro. Let's see that happen. Both these teams are at the bottom, both these teams are really going to be playing to win. I think the Loners are going to make the difference though, especially with just the 2 rerolls in the High Elf team. I like Hoy to take this again, so sorry High Elves, I do want you to see you turn it around, but I'm favouring Hoy in this lineup. And Varkson against Dranrab, that's a hard one to predict because I know Varkson as a coach, I don't know Dranrab very well. It appears they've both been playing pretty well so far. Well, I think Lizardmen are one of Camry's worst nightmares, to be honest, so I'm going to give it to the Lizards this week, just because I know that it's not fun playing as Camry against Lizardmen, so I'm going to give it to the Lizards to take it this week. That's it for Division A. Let's move on to Division B. Alrighty then, Division B, we've got our 3 games. Ugs Ubergoffyhose faced off against Paws of Fury, who is Top Hat. This is Dark Elves against Skaven. Purple Blurple from Jeshi against Dead Air, who... oh no. Flit Dog. Yeah, Flit Dog. When you're new, I'm sorry, it's going to be hard for me to remember your name. It's just the way it is. And Rivertown Cheese Monsters, Chris J faced off against Roanus, Fistulin, and the Fisters. Got a 2-1 win from the Dark Elves against the Skaven. We've got a 1-0 win for the Undead against Nurgle, and we've got a 2-0 win for the Rats, which is pretty huge for Chris J, I think, this week, against Fistulin and the Fisters, and Roanus. Unlucky to Roanus as well. So, that's all for that. Let's have a look at the first game. Alright, having a look at Game 1 in Division B then. We've got Top Hat's Paws of Fury, sorry I'm looking at the wrong screen here, against Oogs Ubergoffyhose, Dark Elves against Skaven. The Dark Elves won 2-1. I haven't heard anything about this game. I saw the pre-match rundown, and I think that Oog said it wasn't a particularly interesting game. It was just a 2-1 grind, so there we go, I'll go with that information. Though the Assassin did some work, I think. So we have 2 touchdowns, 10 armor breaks and 1 expulsion for the Dark Elves, and the Assassin got man of the match, which is always good news for any Dark Elf team. And Paws of Fury got 1 touchdown, 1 pass, 8 armor breaks and expulsions. There was some fouling on the Skaven team. I think I mixed up my races then, but I'm talking about Skaven at the moment. And a Storm Vermin got man of the match, which is also very great news. So we've got 13 on the Dark Elf side, and we've got 11 on the Skaven side. Let's have a look at the actual teams. So the Skaven looks like it had a bit of issue. Did they say there was a death? No, there wasn't. The death was last time. Okay. So the Skaven's had a little bit of an issue. So the Storm Vermin hasn't actually been leveled up yet, so we don't know what it's going to get. I would recommend Mighty Blow, but see what it does. And we have a Gut Runner out for next game, so Top Hat is going to be using 2 Loners in the next match with 2 Throwers, 2 Storm Vermin and a Gut Runner. It's not really the ideal setup for Skaven, but any Skaven team is difficult to play, of course. Okay, well, yeah, Mighty Blow will definitely help. Mighty Blow always helps on the Skaven side. And having a look at the Ubergoffyhose. Nothing's leveled still. We do have the Blitzer back that had minus strength. You need to fire him, to be honest, mate. If it was me, he'd already be gone from the team, because minus strength elf is really bad news. Loner is better than the minus strength, I think, but we'll see. At least he has block, I guess, but he hasn't leveled up at all, so just fire him and replace him as soon as you can. That would be a recommendation there. And the Assassin is close to leveling up, the other Blitzer is close to leveling up, and the Witch Elf both have SPP, so they can level up relatively soon, and the Runner as well, of course, but yeah, this is a slow development for Dark Elves. That's not really good news. You want them to develop quicker than this. You need to spread out this SPP a bit more if possible. At least your linemen aren't getting MVP though. That's something that is helping you a little bit, I think. Right, that's it for game 1. Alright, having a look at game number 2 in Division B then. So, Jeshi's Purple Blurple faced off against, I'm not going to forget again, Flit Dog's Dead Air. So, Dead Air managed to win 1-0. And Purple Blurple, 7 armor breaks and MVP on Ilona Rotter, Matthias Mulder. Let's see if he's been bought in a moment. And Dead Air, 1 touchdown, 0 deaths, 9 armor breaks. I don't know why I said 0 deaths. 0 passes, 0 interceptions, 0 expulsions, and 0 deaths. No. And Edmund Kane actually leveled up with his 10. Having a look at the SPP in general then, we've got 5, 7, 9, and 5, 8. 3 on the Ghoul. Let's have a look at Dead Air first. I think this was the one that got the SPP actually, so he leveled up and got plus agility, which is bloody huge on a Ghoul. Well done there. And Edmund Kane is the zombie that has been given block. Fair enough. So plus agility and plus block. I didn't hear anything about this game again, so I'm not going to keep saying it, though I've said it enough times, but I didn't hear anything about this game, so nothing more to say about that. And Purple Blurple. Purple Blurple. He did take the Rotter. Fair enough. He's kind of... Oh, he hasn't got as cute a name as the rest of them, though. But okay, that's fine. So, we've got... nothing, still. Everybody still a rookie. Rookies all round, and... we have bought the 4th Nurgle Warrior, though. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. I'm going crazy. Okay. No gold. Oh, this has been rough, I think. I'm interested at actually what you spent the gold on. Maybe you've bought another Rotter? Well, this one, but maybe another one again? Hard to say. Anyway, 11-man roster and 11-man roster. I say 11. Was it 12? It may have been 12. It was 12. Okay, but still, full rosters all round. That's it for game number 2. Alright, taking a look at the 3rd game in Division B, we have Chris J's Rivertown Cheese Monsters against Fistulin and the Fisters from Roanus. I have had a brief breakdown from Chris J. It says, during the first half, Dwarfs had empty pitches and could not injure or KO a single Skaven piece. And one of the rats did break a cheese. After a block, the rat fell and something cracked, but it was not the rat, so probably some cheese. Also, Dwarfs made 2 passes during the match, so I'm going to be having a look for those 2 passes for certain. Looking at the game stats here though, so we have 2 touchdowns, 1 pass, 3 armor breaks for the rats, and 2 passes like Chris J said, 15 armor breaks and 2 expulsions, lots of fouling then, or at least some fouling, from the Dwarves. MVP went to a lineman on each team, neither of them leveled up. They both went from 0 to 5. So we've got 12 against 6, 7, 9, 11. 12 against 11, pretty even there. Having a look at the 2 teams then, starting with the rats themselves. Not sure, I don't think that piece had blocked before, maybe wrong. No, that piece did have block before, definitely, because Chris said there were no levels this game. Okay, no levels on the rat side, so nothing new to report there. And on the side of the dwarves, where are they? There they are. On the side of the dwarves, pretty sure that was already there. Certain that was already there, so nothing new on the dwarf side either. Nothing new in terms of level ups. That's it for match 3 in Division B. Having a look at the leaderboard then, we have Flitdog and his Dead Air at the top with 2 wins, alongside Chris J with his Rivertown Cheese Monsters also on 2 wins. Oogs, Ubergothyhose and Top Hat's Paws of Fury have both had 1 win and 1 loss, and Purple Blurple with Jeshi and Uranus's Fistulin and the Fisters are both on 2 losses. Well, that's pretty clear cut. Okay, having a look at the schedule for next week then. We've got Uranus Fistelin the Fistas against Top Hat Paws of Fury. Whew, almost forgot again. Dead Air from Flitdog against Chris J's Rivertown Cheese Monsters, which are the two top at the moment. And Uber Goffy Hose with Ook and Purple Blurple with Jeshi. Okay, predictions then. Predictions. I think that the Dwarves are going to have another bad day against the Skaven. I can't see that changing, to be honest. Maybe he'll change his style. I don't know what happened with the game, to be honest. But as the record is showing Skaven favour, I'm going to give Skaven the favour again with Top Hat. This one's going to be one to watch. I think this is the match of the week for Steel, probably, as they're both playing for the top. I don't know anything about Flitdog. I do know that Chris J is new to Rats, though he has been playing very well. Let's put it down to a draw for now. I think maybe the inexperience on the Rat side may just give it to Flitdog, but I don't know enough about Flitdog to comment, to be honest, so let's put it down to a draw. And I'm sorry, Jeshi, but I think Oog's experience with Rats is going to be a problem for you. Oh, they're not Rats, they're Dark Elves. Aha, yes, they're Dark Elves. Sorry, they're not Rats at all. I still think that Oog's experience is going to show, and it's going to be probably a tight game, though I'm going to give it to Ook, unfortunately. Sorry, Jeshi. Okay, that's it for Division B. There's a good chance that my mood is changing throughout the video, and the style is changing and everything. It's because I'm filming it on different days. Sorry, but it's just cutting the work, so I don't have to do it all in one go. It means, overall, I'm a more energized admin, and I don't want to murder you and throw you in front of a tiger. That's it for Division B. Alrighty, moving on to Division C then. And we have 3 games, this is my division. So, Arizona Wildfire, led by Scuff, the Wood Elves, took on Organic Food from Yasinde, the Orcs. ICBBL Kill All Men's Dar Physicist got a bye this week, and Prince of Hell, my team versus Flatulent Flailers, Lucas Caller and his Chaos Dwarfs, we managed to put him down 2-1 as well. Let's have a look at the first game then. Having a look at the first match in Division C, then we've got the Wood Elves Arizona Wildfire, led by Scuff, and Organic Food, led by Yasinde. And Yasinde managed to win 3-0, which is a pretty big win, but there we go. So, the Arizona Wildfire did nothing, apparently. Okay. Though the War Dancer got a 5 to level him up, so we're going to see a level up on War Dancer at least. And Organic Food, we got 3 touchdowns, 15 armor breaks, and 1 expulsion. I haven't heard anything from either coach, so... well, that's all I can say about the match, really. Having a look... oh, and the man of the match went to Black Orc, and doesn't give him a level up. Having a look at SPP, though. So, we've got just the 5 on the Wood Elves, and we've got 5, 11, 14 on the Orcs. Let's have a look at the teams then. So what happened to this War Dancer first of all? He is out next batch and he's been given Strip Ball. That's fair enough. And he's out with a Niggle. Ooh, that's unlucky. That's really bad actually. So they're going to be missing their War Dancer next game, that's for certain. They've actually taken the Tree Man as well. Ah, okay. So we're going for a slow build Wood Elf team, that's interesting. And Treeman might make a difference in this specific division actually, because there's quite a lot of bash here. So Treeman can definitely help him. And having a look at the Orcs, Organic Food, they've had a really good start to the season. So we've got... I think these two were already leveled up, so... no, Coakley wasn't. Okay, so we've got a Mighty Blow and a Guard now on this team. No, none of these were leveled up, were they? They were all within range. So we got Mighty Blow and Guard on this team now. And 1 Black Orc in easy range, 1 Black Orc in short range, and the Blitz is still within easy range as well. So, going to be interesting to see how that all develops going forward. These Orcs are getting scarier and scarier. These are almost definitely going into the playoff. I'd be surprised if not. Anyway, that's it for this game. And in the second game, we had the bye week for Dark Physicist and Q All Men's. So 2-1 win by way of administration. So we have man of the match on Steve. He's now got 5 SPP, and Adam and Paney both got the levels. So let's have a look at Adam and Paney. Adam actually leveled up off the back of that, and he's been given Mighty Blow. And Paney also leveled up off the back of that, and he's been given Block. This is my opponent for next week, so that isn't good news for me. I'm going to have 4 loners, and I'm going to be facing Block and Mighty Blow. It's going to be hard, that's for certain. But there we go. That's Darth for this week. That's all I can really say about week 2, because it was game 2, because it was a bye. So moving on. And the last game in Division C, then this was my game against Lucas Kohler. A lot better than the first game, but still it cost me a Minnow and a Chaos Warrior this game too, so I've got 2 more out next game. I'm going to be playing with 4 loners, that's going to be fun. Having a look at the statistics though, I managed to win 2-1. 2 touchdowns, 2 passes, 4 armor breaks, and Lucas Kohler had a touchdown, a pass, 16 armor breaks, and an expulsion. And having a look at the distribution of SPP, so 5, 10, 13 against 5, 10, 13, 13, 13. Having a look at the teams themselves, then starting with my boys, because my boys took it hard. So Morrigan is out with a miss next game. Chaos Warrior is 1 within leveling. Gregor is out with miss next game, also close to leveling though. Saragan got an SPP, Shalma got SPP, and Delgon got score, so he can potentially level up next game as well. Only have 50,000, can't afford to buy any more pieces, so we're going in with 4 loners into our next match against Fallen Glory. It's going to be a rough ride. And the Flagellant Flailers, they didn't get a level up off the back of it, but they did buy the other 2 dwarves, so that's pretty scary. He's now got 6 dwarves and he's got 2 pieces to foul with, so whoever has him next, enjoy your fouling. Okay, that's it for the games for Steel Division C. Having a look at the leaderboard for Division C at the end of week 2 then. Dark Physicist is at the top with 2 wins, alongside Yasinde, who also has 2 wins, so that's going to be the key playoff game, and so far the league is shaping up the exact way I thought it was. These 2 were the coaches that I knew I had to play well against, and these 2 are at the top. There we go. I'm in third with 1-0, 1 loss, alongside Lucas Kohler, who also has 1 win and 1 loss. And then Scuff is the only other coach that's still in the league. He's at the bottom with 2, and this is a bye week, so he's going to fall down. By the end of the season, he's going to be at the bottom. I like Darth and Yasinde to go up still. Don't see anything changing that. And having a look at the schedule for next week then. This week, I should say. So Lucas Kohler takes on the Orcs from Yasinde. That's going to be an interesting game. I can't look past Yasinde for that though. I think that's a win for Yasinde, though Chaos Dwarves are a pretty good matchup against Orcs. This is going to be a tough one, because it's my Chaos versus Dark Physicist Chaos. Looking at it statistically, Dark Physicist should win this easily, but I'm going to give him a battle, that's for certain. Though I have very few hopes of coming out of this one with any kind of result, to be honest, so I can't look past Dark Physicist in this match. And then the Wood Elves have their bye week, so funnily enough, I'm going to assume that the Wood Elves are going to win. That's got to be the biggest and hardest bet though of all. Oof. Not sure about that one. And that's it for Division C. Okay, and finally then Division D. We had 3 games, and I really don't remember these guys. So Andy's with his Necromantic? No, they're not Necromantic, are they? They are Necromantic. Okay, Andy's in his Necromantic D.O.N.Z against something with his Skaven Cheese Devons. That's 2-1 to Andy's. Touching Your Balls from Rylock against Keiru's Krog's Crushers, and Touching Your Balls managed to come away with that one.
I really wanted to see this game, but when they were playing I was busy, so sorry I didn't get to do a live commentary on it. And undo Slightly Salty Loses against, who is Nightmare on Elm Street? Can't remember. Oh yeah, Anders. Against Anders Dark Elves, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Anders managed to come away with that one. Right, let's have a look at the first game then. Alright, so having a look at Division D, game number 1. I haven't heard anything from either coach, Andy's, nor Something Spelt Wrong. Andy's was playing the Necromantic, DONZ, and Cheese Demons is led by Something Spelt Wrong. So DONZ, we have 2 touchdowns, 13 armor breaks, and Boris got man of the match, putting him 1 within level, but he hasn't got a level this game. And on Cheese Demon's side, we have 1 touchdown, 2 passes, 4 armor breaks, and Bree is 1 within leveling, but hasn't quite got there. 2-1 looks like it was a pretty close game, but I haven't heard anything about it, so not going to go looking for stuff. Wow, look at all this SPP. So we've got 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 against 10, 12. Okay, 19 against 12 looks good. Let's have a look at the teams, because it's pretty hard to tell what happened from that. So, Mr. Dons, he actually got 6 this game, so he has been given block. Then we have a block zombie down here that I don't think existed before, and that's all for level ups, but we have quite a few in range now, so we're going to see this team develop a little bit, I think, over the next coming weeks. Andy's has been pretty good in general about telling me about his games, but I didn't hear anything about this one in particular, so we'll leave it at that for now. And looking at Something Spelt Wrong in his Cheese Demons, or Summerting is another way of saying it, I guess. We got the Gutter with block, but I think he already had that, and that's the only level up we can see. There's also Bree, the man of the match from the last game, is out for the next game. Is it MVP or is it a niggle? It's an... I keep saying MVP. It's an MNG, not a niggle. So he's going to be back the match afterwards. Putting him down to 10 players, but that's not such a big deal. Rats don't mind having 10 players. He's still got 3 gutter runners. Still a scary team prospect. I haven't heard anything about this game, so I've got nothing else to report. That's it for the first game of D. And the second game for Division D, we've got Rylock's Touching Your Balls against Krog's Crushers, the Kerus. Kerusa? You need to tell me how to say your name, mate. I did have a basic breakdown of this game. Let's have a quick look. It was very basic, though. Where are we? No, not that. I remember him saying it wasn't particularly interesting. There we go. So, Rylock says, Touching Your Balls, take it 1-0 over Krog's Crushers. Nothing super fancy, just some screening and punching. Fair enough. So we had 1 touchdown, 1 death, he didn't mention that, and 3 armor breaks, with a lineman getting man of the match and leveling up. And no touchdowns, 1 pass, and 13 armor breaks, giving Flashy Morg the MVP, but not leveling up. That's 8 for the Wood Elves, and that's 10 for the Orcs. Having a look at the teams then, and Rylock has told me what's happened with the pieces, so that's good. Leap in Your Line is out injured, and it looks like that's a minus armor value. Ooh. That's a tough one. Well, you can almost afford him. I'd fire him if I were you, but you don't have to, of course, and you're better with this kind of team than me, so we'll see. And he said there was a piece that got kick, so I guess that's this piece here. Bending Your Rerolls leveled up and got kick, and there have been no further level ups because we had the guard already. And he's down to 9 players, so he's actually playing with 3 loners next game, and at least 2 every other game if he doesn't fire this board answer. Okie doke. And Krog's Crushers, the Orcs. So we've still got 11 people. Someone got tackle. Okay, so Speeder Dog got tackle from the back of this game. I think Krag already had block, so yeah, there we go. Just one level up here, the tackle on Speeder Dog. Thanks guys, your breakdown of the game was much more helpful, and I managed to get all the information I needed just from looking at this. And that's it for this game. Well done, Relic. And the last game of Steel, then Division D, Game 3, we have Undo or Blashreek, Slightly Salty Luces, the Necromantic team against his favourite team, the Dark Elves, led by Anders, Nightmare on Elf Street. I haven't heard anything... Oh, have I actually? I think I have heard about this game. Let's have a quick look. I think I've heard about Bronze, though. Yep, I've heard about Bronze, not about Steel. Okay, don't know anything about this game then. So, Undo did lose to Anders, 1-0. We have one death on the team of Undo. I'll have to see if I can find out what that was. 9 armor breaks, and MVP for the Werewolf, which actually does give him a level up. And then Nightmare on Elf Street, Pinhead, got MVP, putting him 1 within range of a level. They had 1 touchdown and 11 armor breaks. Surprising, it looks like Dark Elves had a better matchup in terms of damage, which is bad news for Necromantic. So we got a 5 and a 2, making 7, and we got a 12 total. Michael Myers scored and did damage. Queen Akasha did damage as well. Okay, let's see what we've got then. So going back, let's have a look at the Nightmare on Elf Street first of all. Witch Elf Queen Akasha, who got 5, did level up. She's been given block, but she's got an injury as well. MNG, so she'll be back next game, leaving the Dark Elves on 11 for the next matchup. And no more levels other than that. Strangely enough, that's the... Oh no, we had an MVP last game, of course, okay. Ah, so Queen Akasha didn't level up, she already was leveled up. My mistake, she hasn't leveled up. No, because we got a 5 and a 5, other than her, so... No level ups this game, never mind. And looking at the Slightly Salty Luces... there was only the one wolf on this team, I think, Wolf and a Ghoul he went for. Ooh, I may be wrong. I may be wrong. We may have lost a werewolf this match. I'm going to have to ask for confirmation there. Undo, if you can leave a comment below telling us what piece died, that would be very helpful. But the werewolf that leveled up has been given block. So fair enough. And I really think a werewolf is dead, you know. But it may have just been a zombie. Or a werewolf is dead and he's replaced it with a ghoul. That looks like what's happened here. That's my guess. Werewolf has died and is replaced with a ghoul, but Undo can confirm or deny that charge. So, still pretty low in terms of developing teams in Division D. That's all for this match.
Alright, let's have a look at the leaderboard for Division D then. I think I was doing it in this order. I'm a bit confused now, but whatever. Hopefully it's all the same order the whole way through. So Rylock is pretty comfortably at the top with 1 win and 1 draw with his Wood Elves touching the balls. Skaven's Cheese Demons, something spelt wrong's Cheese Demons, the Skaven team have 1 win and 1 loss, as do Krag's Crushers, DONZ and Nightmare on Elf Street, so we've got 4-way tie for 2nd place, and Slightly Salty Luces from Undo, that's a bit surprising, sit at the bottom with a draw and a loss. It's an interesting league, it's still wide open, though Rylock has a slight advantage over the rest of them. Let me look at the matchups for next week then. We've got Andy's DONZ against Undo's Slightly Salty Luces. That's the Necromantic Mirror. Ooh. And the Dark Elf's Nightmare on Elf Street from Anders against Rylock's Touching Your Balls. And Kairu's Krag's Crushers against Something Spelt Wrong's Cheese Demons, which is Orcs. I didn't mention this one actually. Nightmare on Elf Street. Yeah, I did. Dark Elf against Wood Elf. Orc against Skaven. So predictions. The mirror can go either way. Let's have a look at the 2 teams very quickly. They may come down to the bigger bench, you know. Right, so there's no bench. And there's no bench. Well, Andy's has 1 more level up. That could make a difference. The rest is block. That game is gonna be tight. That I have no doubt about. I'm going to call it a draw, just to be kind to both coaches. Though I do have a prediction, but I'm going to leave it as a draw. And Nightmare on Elf Street, Dark Elves against Touch Me Bulls, Wood Elves. I think Rylock is likely to continue his role of winning games. I usually back Wood Elves over Dark Elves as well. Even though Dark Elves can out-punch them, Wood Elves can just out-elf them. And if you're being out-elfed by an elf team, then... if you're being out-elfed as an elf team, sorry, then you're going to have a bad day, basically. And I can't look past the Orcs for this. I like Orcs against Skaven, so long as K-Roos is a good Orc coach, which I assume he is. I can see him putting the Cheese Demons away this week. Anyway, that's basically it for Steel this week. Thank you for watching if you have got this far. If you wanted me to say anything else about your team, then, well, let me know next week and I'll actually say it. Do keep giving me these breakdowns, because the breakdowns do help, though if you can give me the breakdowns, especially where you give me the levels that people get, and you tell me basically what happened in the game, then it makes it much easier, and I hope at least, more interesting to talk about than me just looking at a team and going, ooh, look, numbers. Though I do like the ooh, look, numbers version as well, so whatever. If you can keep letting me know, that would be great. Good luck to all teams next week, apart from the team I'm facing, of course. I hope you die a horrible death. No, not really. Good luck to the team I'm facing next week as well. I can't remember who that is off the top of my head. It's been a while since I did